Oh why aye man bonny lad, oh why aye man bonny lad, oh why aye man bonny lad galore. Why aye man. Hold on, let's just clear this. Your man's letting me go. Cheers pal, worth arguing with minibus loud lad, weren't you with bloody minibus loud lad, they stopped there lad with the minibus. Good morning, me old spotted cactuses and dinkles and a pop at a bloody pings and how the devil are you? Just come round this curb with back end. There we go, lad. Why, aye, mad bunny, lad. You're joining me here in Middlesbrough. And I do apologise if that was a dreadful rendition of your accent and trying to make you all sound the same. Why, aye, mad bunny, lad. But I must admit, every time I come over this neck of the woods, let's just call it the North East, because I don't want to offend anybody by saying
after 100 feet
Geordies, because I don't really understand where the different areas and boundaries cross. I mean, everybody sounds the same to me. Those with a North East accent all sound like Geordies to me. They all sound the same. And where am I going here, pal? Let's have a look. The north, the south, the diddly up to Tyto. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're not going to go this way. We're not going to go right. Yes, that will take us onto the A19, both north and south, but I'm going to cut across this way and I'm going to go the other side of Wilton, and I'm going to pick up the south that way towards Thirsk. Yeah, so I do apologise. If you're from the North East, I do apologise. If you're from Newcastle, if you're from Middlesbrough, if you're from all this area, it's a big area, isn't it? The North East is a massive area, but you all sound the same to me. You really do. I do apologise if that offends anybody, but I know people from Sunderland are not keen on people from Newcastle, or people from Newcastle are not keen on people from Sunderland. Do you know what I mean? And somebody's called Mackhams. I don't know what area that is, but I know that one particular area don't get on with another area. It's a minefield. It's a weird how-do-you-do. It's a weird setup. To me, you all sound similar. You're all beautiful people. Everyone's my friend until they prove me wrong. And blah-de-la-de-da, diddly-om-de-dido, if you know what I mean. I'm not a million miles away from Wilton. I'm going to cut up right past Wilton, and I'm going to get up onto the thingy-majiggy-malarkey, that road, and then cut on towards the Hadley Far. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm loaded here at Middlesbrough, and I'm loaded for Ellesmere Port. So what I want to be going is basically coming in off the M56, then onto the M53, down to Ellesmere Port. Now, I should have gone right there for the A19 south, but it was quite busy. I've come in off that road, as I've just come in from, where have I just come in from? It's a good point. Yeah, I've just come in from over there, from Hartlepool, and it was quite busy on that road both ways. So I thought I want to try and avoid going back that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn right at this roundabout, basically, and go on the other side of Wilton.
Enter the roundabout, take the second exit,
and then pick up the Hadley feeder that way towards the A19 south, the other side of Thirsk, and then I'll pick up the A1M, and then I'll drop down via the M62.
take the second exit.
Down to the side of Manchester, and then I'll come in that road. So I want this right hand way.
After 800 feet, enter the roundabout.
That way takes you to Redcar. Sun's blinding, but I'm absolutely over the moon because I've managed to get me washer bottles thawed out, and I've got some windscreen wash. Oh, you couldn't see a bloody thing before. Smeared shite everywhere. It was awful. Bloody horrible. Mindful. Am I in wrong way? I'll get round in this way. For some reason then I thought I was going into Wilton. It's a while since I've been in there. I used to go in there regular at one point. Yeah, I'm going to go up here and then I'll take a right hand turning up there and I'll go up that way. It perhaps would have been easier to turn right back there on the 19 and south and north. I want the A19 south. But as I say, when I've come in that way before, it was right busy. And I didn't fancy going back that way basically. So that's what it is. So I'm going out this way, whether right or wrong. We're basically up to the next roundabout, turn right, and then just follow our nose out then for the A19. The sun's absolutely blinding, isn't it? I don't know what you can see though, it's absolutely blurring, lad. Blurring, lad, blurring. Absolutely bloody blurring, lad. Yes, yes, I know, I hear you say, dear Borothea, points of view, you told me you wasn't bloody making any more videos for the next few weeks. I know I did, but I did one yesterday with the snow, driving in the snow, and I thought, well, do you know what, bollocks to it, why not? I'm going to do one today, leaving Wayman. Wayman, buddy lad. I love the northeast accent, I really do. What's the difference between a kangaroo and a kangaroot?
Enter the roundabout.
A kangaroo and a kangaroot. Yeah. One is an Australian marsupial. The other one is a Geordie stuck in a lift. A kangaroot. I found it hilarious when I first heard it, but you know, I'll laugh at anything.
Take the second exit.
Here we go, Thirsk, A174, that's the bloody blah, I couldn't think of what it was, the A174, that's what I wanted. Hopefully we're going to get a respite from this bloody sun, it's absolutely blinding, it's one extreme to t'other. I loaded at Aberdeen yesterday for Hartlepool, and I managed to, I was sat hours for ages waiting at load, there was no product in to load, so I sat for ages. So I managed to get down onto the A1 last night. I stayed on the A1 and I've run down first thing this morning. Well, I tell you what, once you got past the other side of Berwick upon Tweed this morning, it was snowing and a lot of it was sticking. It was only 1.5 inches thick, but you knew about it, right? You had to slow right down to 30 mile an hour because at 4:30 this morning I was like the trailblazer. There wasn't many of us about, so I was on my own. There was another wagon behind me. We just slowed right down. We was creating the pathway for everybody else to follow our tram lines after. There's a couple of bits and bats coming the opposite way, but yeah, it's, you don't want to be buggering about with that. But it's no bother, it's nothing I'm not used to, we've done it before. So we got sorted, we got squared away. Just mindful, mirrors, 2 vehicles here, hazard lights on. This red car's going to stuff us up, he's coming behind us. Hopefully he's seen what crack is. I don't know if they've had a bump, these two. Potentially they have, or the van's going to be towing this car out. Possibly the van's slowed down to help her, or they've had a bump, I don't know. Not a place you want to be breaking down, is it? No hard shoulder. So yeah, time now is 5 to 10. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning. I was up, set sail about, I don't know, 20 past or something. Yeah, we had to go slow down to the side of Berwick upon Tweed, all the way down towards just before Newcastle. Then we were alright then. There were still bits and bats knocking about on A19 coming towards Tyne Tunnel. But it was no big issue, it was no big drama. We didn't do so bad, we weren't waiting that long at Hartlepool. We're getting in, getting tipped, just come round corner to here. Loaded there, and everywhere. And well, yeah, we should get down to Ellesmere Port today and we should get this off. Today is only Thursday. We should get this off tonight, and I don't know what crack is for tomorrow. hopefully it's something running back up north. I have a funny feeling I'm going to be sent back up to bloody... I have a funny feeling I'm going to be sent back up to Mark Inch or something. Or Glenroth, Scotland. Which I probably won't tip in tomorrow, but it is what it is. What that was then, I didn't see the orange thing, I just saw something spewing stuff out. I thought it was water. I saw in trees down and putting them through a chipper. It's good to be alive, you know, isn't it? Eh? Good to, you're a long time deed, the nose. Oh, they're a long time deed. Good to be alive, lad. Good to be alive. I stopped for fuel yesterday at Aberdeen and I could only manage to get, I think it was 261 litres or something. And I think they ran out of fuel because the other two diesel caps were locked off because they did no fuel left. I think they ran out of fuel, so I just stopped it there. It bubbled on for about another 2 or 3 quid, but it's now coming out there on the air. So they've run out of fuel, so I just left it at that. Well, I've drove down from Aberdeen all the way to Hartlepool here, blah blah blah, just gone to Middlesbrough. I've only got 33% in, so we're going to have to stop at some point later on and get some more bloody fuel. This should get us down to Ellesmere Port, but yeah, we're going to have to stop and get more diesel again. It's a thirsty bugger, this one. She'll take nearly 400 litres, that horse. She'll take over 400 litres if she's barged. She's right down to the bone. Just mindful here, there's a van coming overtaking me now and I'm just watching for these two cars. That silver one's only just started up, the engine will be freezing cold, hence the fog coming out the exhaust pipe. Some mirrors, we're going to come into what will be now lane 1 of 2 approaching. Yeah, I like this kind of weather like this. No, I don't like it when that sun's absolutely blurring in your face, in your big face. You know what I mean? It's not sexy. It's not sexy. It's shit winter that was, isn't it? All these trees, what stripped back bare with no leaves on, they just look crap in winter, don't they? They look naked. They do, they just look naked in winter. They need some proper green foliage on them. You know, you wouldn't even be able to hide in them woods there now. You'd see, everybody would see you through the trees. You need some proper foliage and camouflage on. Nature. Get spring out and nature back up and running. That's what we want. That's what we need. So what was yours of? I don't like winter. I wish I was a bird. I'd just fucking hibernate for 3 months. It'd be great. Pop back up in spring. That's the thing though, that's what I've never understood when people say, oh, they hibernate in winter. I know squirrels put like food away for winter, so they don't sleep for a full 3 months, do they? I don't know whether birds sleep for a full 3 months. I know they get their heads down and they hibernate, and they might wake up a couple of times and then get their heads back down again, because they put weight on, don't they? Birds try and put a lot of weight on to last them through winter, so they wake up feeling fucking hungry. But I don't think they sleep for a full 3 months, do they? They're just like, ugh, pull covers back there, nah, still cold. Back down again, you know what I mean? They just take winter off, don't they? They pull a sickie on winter. They just stop in bed, shitting in woods.
Prepare to keep left after half a mile.
Right, mirrors. He's going to be going A19 South very shortly for Thirsk. I'll run you down to the other side of yonder, then we'll cut
After
you loose.
1,000 feet, keep left.
Here we go, A19 South. It's same road. I would have come out onto it further up there, but I said it looked really busy when I was coming in that way. It looked really busy going out back to 19, so I can't be arsed with that. Happened it would have been clear, I don't know, but I made the decision I was coming this way, and that's what we've done. Just mirrors mindful. Here comes the sun again. But it's better than the rain. It's better than here comes the rain again. It's still picking up bits of road salt. Bits of shite. Inside could do with a wipe and all. Mirrors, we are joining from the left. This one will go past us and I'll slot on. There we go, we're on. Right, settle in, pal. We'll probably run you to the side of Thirsk. Maybe Weatherby, I've not decided yet. Run you to Thir 1 probably. We'll run you to Thir 1. Thir 1M. Run you to Thir 1M, lad. Thir 1M, lad. Thir 1M. Aye. Stinking rotten swine in bloody shoe, diddly doo doo. I did jump to rickety bumpty boo. Each time you go to Vienna, you like a reef for Franklin. Reaching to bed, boo boo. I'll tell you what, these men have a cushy fucking job here than us. Just walk. There's always a van in these laybys. They just walk about with a black bag picking litter up. I mean, it's disgusting that people keep throwing litter, but they're just up and down here, just picking litter up and bits and bats. They're always here. Easy job in decent weather. Oh, a load of shite in rain. Just mirrors mindful. This wagon in front's got its lights on. It's flatbed. Is it a John Miller's trailer? No, it's not. So we're on coming towards the end of week 5, no smoking. I don't feel any better for it, I'll be honest with you. There's many times I could kick shite out of packing a 20, honestly. I keep going through phases where it doesn't bother me for a few hours, then all of a sudden I'm chomping for a cig, like right now. I'm convinced that it is doing me a world of good, but it doesn't feel like it is, you know what I mean? I think it'll take time though. I can't expect to just pack in smoking after 30 odd years. I mean, I've smoked proper. I've been a full-time smoker for 35 years. Started at 13, I've packed in at 48. So that's 35 years. As a full-time smoker. I can't just expect to pack in and after a couple of weeks I'm fit as a fiddle and back to full-on strength and health. It's not going to work that way, is it? You know what I mean? I'm sure all the nicotine will be out of my system now, but my lungs have processed cigarette smoke and nicotine for 35 years. So I'm sure they'll take a while to clear properly, if they ever clear proper at all. But I must admit, I'm not getting short of breath like I was, and I'm not wheezing like a fucking deflating bagpipe when I'm laying in bed at night time. I'm not doing any of that. And I was. No, that can't be doing me any good. So I'm not doing that anymore. And I'm not coughing up phlegm. Other than that, I don't feel any different, you know what I mean? I think my body had just told me it was time to pack in. It's took 3 attempts, like, don't get me wrong, it's took 3 attempts. In the last year and a half, I've been trying to pack in smoking for a year and a half. It's took 3 attempts. I packed in the first time. I managed to do 3 weeks. Well, I tried packing a couple of times and I couldn't get past 3 days. The first time I cracked on day 2. The very first time, I think it's 5 times I've tried packing. The very first time I cracked on day 2. This is in 2 years. So the very first time, about 2 years ago, I cracked on day 2, started smoking again. Then I tried again a few months later. I cracked on day 3. I couldn't get past day 3. So about a year and a half ago, I had a proper attempt at not smoking. And I packed in the first time, and I couldn't get past week 3. I got past day 3, no bother. Well, I cracked on week 3. Started smoking again. 6 months later, it must have been 6 months later, I've tried again. And I ended up, I got to week, I think it was week 7. Yeah, about week 7. And then I cracked, obviously. And I'd like to say it's 6 months later, but it's not. It's probably about nigh on 12 months later. I've probably been smoking about a year again proper. It feels like 6 months, but it's probably not. So we'll go for a year and a half. And then I've obviously decided to pack it in again, and I've got to week 5. This is the end of week 5. Bearing in mind the last time I got to week 7 and I started again, so if we can get past week 7 this time, we're alright. I don't see why I shouldn't do now, because, man, all I keep thinking about now is cigarettes, you know what I mean? And how bright that bloody sun is. I bought a cup of coffee off Multivan Woman this morning at Hartlepool. Last time I went, the coffee was shit. It was piss weak, and it tasted fucking rank. So this time I says, I'll have a strong coffee, love, please. Well, she's put like nigh on 2 spoonfuls of coffee in. It's still fucking shite, but it's just strong shite. And that says to me that it's just horrible, cheap or nasty coffee. Which you can't blame her, she's running a fucking business. She probably gets an industrial sized wheelie bin full of fucking cheap powdered coffee for £3.80 from Cash and Carry. But it doesn't make me want another brew next time I go back, you know what I mean? So I think in the long run, it's worth, I think, spending that bit extra and giving your customers a decent cup of coffee and a decent sandwich. Then they'll talk about it, spread the word of mouth, and they'll come back again and again. Whereas you give them a shit, cheap or nasty cup of coffee and charge them fucking top dollar for it, by the way. Charge them top dollar, so you're pretty much 100% doubling your profit, and then some, do you know what I mean? Then I think that's foolish in the long run, because all I remember that Multivan for now is a shit cup of coffee. Second time, twice I've been there. I probably won't go back a third time. which is only me, you know what I mean, I'm only one person, but if you get fucking 25 of me, all with the same fucking thought process, you're going to lose out long term, aren't you? And then 25 of me will tell 25 plus of the mates, don't go there, I went to that butty man, fucking shite, crap coffee, do you know what I mean? Crap coffee, not a brilliant butter, it was edible but not the best of sandwiches. Everything's done on cheap but charged top dollar. So word of mouth starts spreading, doesn't it? Now wrong with lass, she's alright, you know what I mean? Only trying to earn a fucking butty herself from me. But I don't know, I think a little bit of thinking outside the box. A little bit of thinking outside the box. Mindful, van. Mirrors. Missed him. Or he's missed me. They've all missed you, Borothea. There's only one of you, not 25. I come from a land down under, hoochie coochie stinking yonder. What's that going over the hill? Is it a monster? Is it a monster? No. Are you going to Marlborough Fair? No. I used to live off my rage, but now I've got a mortgage. I used to be the cock of the skull, but now I'm just an old bill paying, tax evading fool. But sir, I've walked the lonely hills and watched the sun rising. Stinking swining. So come and stand on Pendle Hill and watch the junction to the left. Mirrors now, there's two cars overtaking me. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be stars in the mines. Oh, aye. That was the alternative version of Kajagoogoo's Ramalama Ding Dong. Otherwise known as Pendle Hill by Wiggins' very own Merry Hell. Here with you now from the current man cave that's on, well, rocking with me in a HGV. Oh, aye. It's the future. Mirrors, mindful, coming uphill, there's a truck coming up my arse, and I'm closing in on this one in front. So mindful, this truck's flying on behind me. I think he's going to put his indicator on any second now. That's what he's doing. He's taking me. I'll just drop it down a gear from 12th to 11th. Still catching this truck in front a little bit. This is a walking floor by Thackeray coming rocketing past me in the new. Go on, son. He's empty, his tag axle's up. He's in an old Gen Scania as well. I fucking love them old Gen Scanias, mate. I think they're brilliant. They just look beefy. This is more comfortable, don't get me wrong. The old Gen Scania I had a 17 plate. I loved it. I didn't want them taking off me, but they sold it. At one point, the truck I had was the oldest one in the fleet at Penrith truck stop, and everybody else had new gens, and I was the only one with an old gen. I didn't want them to sell it, but they did. Bastards. Just mindful, there's a car now coming to overtake me, it's meandering, dilly-dallying. Just mindful, I'm catching this truck up again in front. We're going to start climbing again shortly. This fucker's dilly-dallying in lane 2. Just pottering on like it's not a current world. Meantime, there's another car now caught that up, and I'm stuffed. They just sit meandering, daydreaming at their own pace of tickling along at 52 mile an hour. Now he's just cut straight in front of that truck in front, so he's going to cause a problem for this wagon in front now. Just mindful, there's another car coming, followed by a van. Van's going to have to wait, we're closing up on truck now. That's not a bad idea, that. It's got these little square see-through patches on to sides and trailers. I presume that will be so people can see through and see what's on it. However, that could be where somebody's cut frigging 3 holes in as testers for have a look what's in 3 holes in cuttings as testers to have a look what's on back of it. I don't know. I think it would be a good idea to put the thingies on. Maybe they should have see-through curtains, I don't know, so you can see if it's empty anyway. I mean, most curtain siders always pull him in when they've got valuable goods on. They always pull in on secure parking and that. But then again, truck stops and service stations are not that secure these days. Somebody will always slash your curtains, won't they, to have a look in, pinch stuff. Hence the term, I suppose, it fell off the back of a lorry. Right, I don't know whether this guy's going to play silly buggers with me, you know. He's come in and then slow break down. I'm going to have to come back out. I think he might be playing silly buggers with me, because I kept him out for a while. I couldn't get straight past that wagon. I think this guy's going to play silly buggers with me and try and brake check me. I'm going to have to come back in shortly. There's traffic now catching me up. He's pulling away from me on the hill. I do think he's playing silly buggers with me. I think he's taking the piss, this guy. He's trying to brake check me without brake checking me. He is, he's fucking about. What are you doing, pal? He's fucking about. He's doing it on purpose. I come out in front of me. I didn't cut him up. I never cut him up. I came out, but I did say this van's going to have to wait a minute. He was approaching me, but he wasn't right on me, so I came out. I came out to overtake that wagon, and now he's playing silly buggers with me, because it took me a little fraction longer to overtake the wagon. Yeah, this clown's playing silly buggers with me. He's playing silly buggers without blatantly brake checking me. I'm glad we've caught this on camera, because I'll have a look back at this after. Cheers, pal, in the red van. Whoever you are, you've just made me a video. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, I didn't cut him up. I didn't cut in front of him, but I did say this van's going to have to wait, because I was closing down that truck, and he was still a distance away from me, but he was approaching me in lane 2, and I came out. Perfectly safe, perfectly legal, overtook the truck, then came back in. Obviously he was annoyed by it. I mean, I don't know why. Do you know what I mean? Why do they get like that? He's fucking he's petting us, isn't it? It was 2 minutes out of his day, maybe 60 seconds to overtake that truck, I don't know. But anyway, these are the things we have put up with. But cheers for that, Mr. Red Van Driver. You've just made me a fucking video there, lad. we call that? Man in red van plays silly buggers with me. Because he didn't exactly brake check us, did he? He kind of held me up ever so slightly. I think it was a very polite brake check, that, wasn't it? A very polite attempt at fucking me over. It was too polite, that. It was almost comical. I think there's something in the lay-by here. I just caught a glimpse of something pulled over in front of this truck. No, it was actually that white road sign. It was either that white road sign or it was something coming on in front of the truck, but I thought it was a lay-by. I just caught a glimpse of something as the truck had pulled in. Yeah, I think that was the most polite road, the most polite British road rage incident ever. You know what I mean? It's just like, you're gonna fucking, if you're gonna try and fuck us about, do your job properly, pal. You know what I mean? Diddly-ay, diddly-oo, diddly-up-a-did-doo, diddly-up-a-dup-a-dip-a-dup-a-day-dum-doo, a stinking rotten swine, a bloody shoe, diddly-up-dup-a-diddly-up-a-day-dum-doo. We're coming up towards Thirsk, so I did say to you that I'll cut you loose to the other side of Thirsk. We're going on to the, going to go on to the A1M obviously, and I'm going to make my way over to from the A1M down towards the M62. I'm going to drop down Little House on Prairie and all that malarkey. Might do you another video actually. I've got it on me now if I do videos. Might do you another video later on. I said mirror or something. Dropping down. Or yonder. It's just this sun's a bit too bright for videos. It's blinding, like, it's not sexy. Now there's some great winter driving footage potentially, but you can't do it in sunlight, it's just not good. What fuel we've got in, 30%, we're alright, yeah. I'll probably pull it in at Hartshead Moor or something and I'll fill up there. And that's a while off, yeah. So mirrors. Layby's quite busy. Again. Oh, it's bright, that light. Brunning me lad, brunning me eyeballs out, lad, brunning me bloody eyeballs out. I've got sun visor down a bit, so that's helping. do apologise if you think at the start of this video that I was trying to take the piss out of you. Why, yay, man, buddy, lad! With your accent, I wasn't. It's just that's what all people from the North East sound like to me. But then again, I suppose everybody from the North West sounds the same to you. You know what I mean? There's a canny lad, bonny lad. Can we get in here? I don't think we can. There's a truck in and a white car with somebody with a bright yellow, luminous, high-vis jacket to vest on. I don't think we've enough room getting at the back of it. Some mirrors. Nah, we'll leave it. Getting in at the back of it's one thing, but it's getting back out again. It's not the widest of laybys, as you can see, it's a sliver. However, there's another one, a quarter of a mile up here, you see. Oh, aye. Right, I've just come off that gas ready, in anticipation. Mirrors! Here we go. No, this is not the widest of laybys either. This is an absolute sliver. I don't like stopping in them. Even though I'm only going to stop to set a rod here, potentially somebody's going to take my wing mirror off coming past. Because if you notice that truck what was pulled over, it had its wing mirror pulled in. Slivers of lay. How can they say they're a lay-by? How can they justify that's a lay-by? So ideally if you've got a motorbike. We'll be carrying on now then. I think next stop for us is going to be the Nye on Wetherby now. I could have gone off there around that fucking roundabout and back on, but I didn't. However, I think there's a services here, silly. So this is handy. Yeah, there is. Right, we're pulling into here. Yeah, we're pulling in here. Some mirrors. Mindful there's now a big bus stroke coach coming past me, it's going to overtake me. Just mirrors. Mindful, I want to keep in the white line so I'm not causing any mither for anybody. Oh dear, can we get in here? I'm not sure we can. Oh yes, knock job up. I've messed this up. Delivery in progress. Grand. This is a new petrol station.
Calculating route.
I've messed this up, pal. Get out of here. We're going to struggle here. It's a bloody high-rise curve. If I can just get one tyre on, I'll get past it. It's a high-rise curve. You see? Which is not what we want. It's not handy. I don't want to get stuck in though. Just get past him. I was trying to avoid that big high-rise curve, you see, and I just don't want to get tyres stuck in here. We'll get around it one way or t'other. Well, at least we know petrol station's ready for opening any road. Right, I have been your old mate Borothea, and once again, you, my friend, have been a beautiful. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again out and about in with a shout. Just clear this. We've cleared the truck. Just come off this curb. Nicely does it. Yeah, they're clearly ready for opening this petrol station. And that fuel truck's filling tanks. Ta-da!